Tony Khan has officially commented on the Jeff Hardy situation. What's up, everyone? I'm Zack Heydorn, PWTorch Assistant Editor, and welcome on in to the PWTorch Daily Newswire for June 14th, 2022. A pretty wild news day and an unfortunate news day as well. For those that don't know, yesterday, Jeff Hardy was arrested for a DUI in Florida yesterday morning. It's his third DUI in the last 10 years. And Tony Khan finally has commented on the situation with Jeff Hardy and a key piece of talent of his. He said in an official statement on a Twitter post, he said, "We were able to resume contact with Jeff Hardy this afternoon. AEW does not condone Jeff's alleged behavior. We've made it clear to Jeff that we'll assist him in getting treatment for substance abuse issues, which he has indicated that he's open to receiving. In the interim, he is suspended without pay, and he can only return to AEW upon successfully completing treatment and maintaining his sobriety." So pretty cut and dry statement there from Tony Khan and from AEW. Really the only option, I think, in terms of what Tony Khan could do. It's unfortunate because you don't want to have this happen to Jeff Hardy, and the circumstances surrounding his career and his battle with addiction. But there comes a point where you have to be held accountable for your actions, and this isn't him just drinking and that's it, but drinking, driving, putting himself in danger, and maybe more importantly, putting others in danger as well. So this was a move that Tony Khan had to make, and let's just hope that he follows through and that Jeff follows through. Really, the only thing that matters at this point is if I'm Tony Khan, I'm not thinking timetable to return. I'm kind of resigning myself to the fact that, hey, Jeff Hardy may never return, and that's okay. If Jeff Hardy needs to not be wrestling in order to solve this problem or to fight this issue that he's having, then so be it. That's certainly more important than pro wrestling. In other news, AEW announced a ton of new matches and segments for this week's episode of AEW Dynamite. We already had Chris Jericho versus Ortiz in a hair versus hair match, and Wardlow versus 20 security guards. My goodness, 20 security guards. But more stuff has been added. Will Ospreay versus Dax Harwood in a singles match added to the show. Tony Storm versus Britt Baker added to the show. A face-to-face between Jon Moxley and Hiroshi Tanahashi added to the show. And then the triple threat ladder match that was supposed to include the Hardys, the Young Bucks, and Jurassic Express for the AEW Tag Team Championships is now just the Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express. The ladder match stipulation still plays, and Jurassic Express, their tag team titles are still on the line. So it's a pretty souped up card right now, and a lot of curious stuff happening on that show. Moxley and Tanahashi in particular, it's a pretty big face-off. I think it's pivotal that AEW get this right this time ahead of Forbidden Door. You have to be able to explain why Hiroshi Tanahashi is what he is and why this match with Jon Moxley is as big as they want it to be. But you got to give it the time. You got to give it the juice. And I think this is their opportunity to do that. Also, I'm giving a lot of time to Will Ospreay on this show, just because he needs to show that audience what he can do and why people are so as high on him as they are. He needs to have some time there as well. In addition, Mike Tyson back in the wrestling business, perhaps, maybe, will be appearing at Starrcast as part of the roast of Ric Flair. No indication as to whether or not he'll hold any kind of signings or anything like that over Starrcast weekend in Nashville, but he will be a part of the roast of Ric Flair event that kicks off Starrcast on July 29th. And finally, some rapid-fire topics here. AEW reportedly asked Warner Media to remove Jeff Hardy from all advertising and promotion. The Raw rating is in at 1.69 million viewers, with a pretty sizable drop from the first and second hour to that third hour, which I think is understandable, given that the main event was Theory versus Bobby Lashley in a pose down. But hey, I digress. And finally, Friday on SmackDown, we're going to see Riddle take on Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal World Championship. But now that match has a special stipulation. If Riddle cannot beat Roman Reigns, he will not get a shot at that World Championship so long as Roman Reigns is the champion. I look at that as, hey, we don't want it to seem like Riddle has absolutely no shot here. So let's put a little more investment in on his end and see if we can attract some viewers that may think, hey, he has to win the title because, of course, he's not going to not fight for it again as long as Roman's champion. Likely he will, but this is their thinking, to be sure. Thank you guys so much for watching, for listening. And if you do us a favor, like, subscribe to our channel. We've got new content every single day right here on the PWTorch YouTube channel. So give us a shot. I appreciate it. You can follow me on Twitter at ZHeydornTorch. And until next time, we'll catch you guys.